And we are live. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are watching from. We are grateful that you are here, and we are super excited for who you are going to see on this presentation. My name is Margarita Popovic. I'm coming to you live from Laval, Quebec. And tonight, guys, I will be your host. So today we are going to show you how the online space works for those of you who have always wanted to create an extra stream of income for you and your family. For those of you who want to work for yourself and be your own boss. For those of you who want to become present parents, and for those of you who want to be prepared for your retirement. So you are 1000% in the right place. So today, guys, we're going to introduce you to the most comprehensive online program that's out there, a program that has been designed by the experts to help everyday people get up and running with their own online successful businesses. So this program, it's a program that was around for years, a program that has been designed by the experts, and it's not something new or untested. It's a system that has been proved to work. And I'm so excited for each and every one of you, and I see hundreds of you joining us live today. And you know what, guys? Not long ago, actually a bit more than 3 years ago, I was in the same place as you are right now. I used to be you. I was looking for a way to create an extra stream of income and to become a present mom for our 3 kids. So, and I didn't have any experience in the online space. Actually, no one from my family ever owned a business. So it was totally new for me. But when I came across this online program, everything has changed for me. Why? Because I have found all the system, tools, and the support that I needed. And today my reality has forever changed. When I started my own business in 2021, I was working full-time in logistics, and I grew my business like in the same time with my job in the small pockets of time. And in less than 2 years, I was able to not work anymore for my employer. I became a present mom as I always wanted, and I started to travel with my family. And the amazing part is that I have the flexibility that I always wanted. So it's a system, a program that has helped my family and has helped thousands and thousands of people around the world. And you know, I am very grateful that I am part of a global community of mentors that are helping people start and grow their own online businesses, which is why I'm here tonight, guys. So what we have in store for you, we are going to show you a presentation, and in the first part of this presentation, it will be an overview of our program and what specifically it helps you with and why that's so important. And in a second, I will present you to my co-presenters, Garrett and Ivan, who will walk you through this presentation. The second part of this presentation will be devoted to the users of our platform. And if you ever attended one of our live webinars, you know that each and every time we love to bring new faces on the panel. And why we do this? Because we want you guys to see straight from the source how our platform has helped these people. And now, as we get started, I will invite you to get comfortable, to bring a glass of water, a piece of paper, a pen, and once the presentation will go on, and if we have some questions, please write them down, and right after the presentation will finish, you can simply reply to the email you have received the invitation to join our live event, and one of our mentors will be more than happy to answer all of your questions. So now let's get started, and I will bring on the stage my co-presenters, Garrett and Ivan.
All right, guys, thank you very much for that awesome introduction. All right, guys, thank you so much for that amazing introduction. My name is Garrett. I'll be one of your hosts for today's presentation. I'm really excited to be here. I hope you are too. So before further ado, let's get this show on the road. I'm going to share my slides right away here. Okay, so everybody, thank you for coming tonight. Like I said, my name's Garrett, and really tonight is all about you. You know, the reason we do these presentations live twice a week, every week, and we've been doing them for years, is really because in my mind, you know, there's no better way to help you help yourself. You know, you know that old saying, right? You give a man a fish and you feed him for a day, but you teach a man to fish and you feed him for a lifetime. Well, we're not going to teach you how to fish tonight, but we are going to give you the knowledge, the training, the support, and everything you really need to start your own online business. Now, I know that given the choice, probably most people would prefer to work on their own terms, right? To work on their own schedule and, I mean, really just work for themselves. So why doesn't everybody? Well, maybe they haven't figured out a way to do it yet. Maybe they don't have the confidence to do it by themselves, or maybe they just haven't come across the right opportunity yet. Well, I'll tell you right now, guys, that is why we're here tonight. We are that opportunity. So guys, the system we're going to kind of walk you through tonight has literally been designed by the experts to work for everyday average people like you and me. And it's honestly, it's as comprehensive as it can be. Okay, our system has all the sales tools, the training, the mentorship, even the right products for you to get plugged into and get up and running in the shortest amount of time, kind of build momentum in your business and start achieving results. Okay, and I love this because for all of you that don't have any business background or any experience with technology or anything like that, guys, this can still work for you because the system has already been built and it's managed for you. Okay, now we're going to talk a lot about systems today and we're going to try to keep it really fun. I think you're really going to enjoy this, but to prove my point here and to kind of show you what's possible, I'm going to bring on my co-presenter. Now, and this guy is absolutely amazing. He's from the UK and he's done absolutely marvelous things with the system. So I'm not going to steal your thunder. Ivan, why don't you come on and talk about yourself a little bit?
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Garrett. So good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you happen to be watching from. As Garrett said, my name is Ivan and I live in the UK. My background is financial services. So I, like you, had no experience of working online when I started this. Knew nothing about it, but I knew that I wanted to change my life. And what kind of the light bulb moment for me was when I got my pension kind of forecast statement for my job. And it was pathetic in terms of what it was going to give me when I retired. And me and my partner, we kind of immediately kind of realized we needed something else if we were going to keep the lifestyle that we wanted, because we love travel. And that's what you can see on screen now. We love to travel as much as we can, and all our spare money goes on that. And it was a light bulb moment that there was no way that was going to happen with that pension. So we needed something else. And that's what made us start looking for something like a digital business. And we stumbled on this opportunity. And without a shadow of a doubt, this has been the best decision that we ever made, because we were looking for something that would give us, that could fit into our life, right? So we both have full-time jobs, me and my partner. So we needed something that could kind of work alongside that, but also something that was flexible, portable, that we could take with us, that just didn't require too much work, but most importantly, didn't need any experience because we knew nothing about it. And this business has delivered that in spades, in absolute spades. So it has ticked all the boxes for us. It has given us that backup plan. It has put us in charge of our own destiny, which is the best feeling ever, knowing that you're in control of your own destiny for the first time and you're not reliant on anybody else. So if you're looking for something like that, then you are in absolutely the right place. So let me now talk to you a little bit about what we're going to cover tonight. So we are going to show you how you can start your own business, your own digital business, but more importantly, do it quickly. And it actually gets better than that, because if you're sat there thinking, like I just said, that you can't do it because you've never done it before and you've no experience, that's rubbish, right? You can, right? Because we will teach you everything. We're going to plug you into our system and show you how you can start making money online straight away. Now, a common question that I often get asked, and Garrett will as well, is, well, why online? Why are people making the move online? And the reality is that when you think about the past kind of couple of years, we've all been at home at some point, then I guarantee you what we've been doing is we've been sat on the couch with our laptops or with our phones scrolling through social media. And that has been the biggest growth area. Now imagine if you could make money from scrolling through social media. And that's what people are now doing. And that is why now more than ever, working online is so, so important. And in fact, if anything, online is going to grow exponentially. It is never going to go back. And the companies that are killing it now are all online companies. So, now is absolutely the right time to be working online. And the internet is still, in my mind, really young, right? So it's 30 odd years old. Some people might say that's not young, but in reality, in the grand scheme of the live world, it is absolutely young. And like I say, the biggest players, the Amazons, the eBays, the Apples, these are multi-billion, trillion-dollar companies that have all conquered the online space. And for me, I was like, I want a piece of that action. You're here tonight. I'm assuming you do the same. Garrett, what about you?
Well, yeah, and something we say a lot around here, guys, is that data doesn't lie. The numbers don't lie here. We've got people all over the world using this thing. And what some of these people like Ivan have done is just absolutely incredible, right? Look at all these faces. These are all people who have quit their jobs. They've left their old lives behind and they're doing this full time now, right? But this never would have been possible for all these people if they weren't working online. Now, how did they do it? Well, they did it the same way you're going to do it, by plugging into this platform. Right? That's the beauty of this, guys. And I love this slide because it really shows the variety of people using the system, right? We've got all kinds of people, regular, average people from all walks of life, like teachers, firefighters, mortgage brokers, I don't know, you name it, right? Every different kind of person that you can imagine. So really, it kind of comes down to, is this for you? And people ask that. I mean, 100% it is. You know what I mean? This is the 21st century, guys. This is super easy. Just think, right? Have you bought anything online in the last 48, 24 hours even? I have. I'm pretty sure Ivan has too, right? I mean, and people are still buying their groceries online because we just kind of gotten so used to it these days, right? And it's just too easy to not do it. So that's why I say ultimately this is for everyone, right? And just to bring it back kind of to me for a second here, kind of talk about what drove me to get to where I am today. Before I was working online, I was in the Navy for 12 years. And something that I realized pretty quickly once I met my wife and we started, having kids and growing our family, was that time is one thing in this life that we can never, ever get back. Right? I've spent so much time away from my family while I was deployed working overseas, right? And I'm talking months on end, like missing first words of my son. I missed my daughter's first steps. I've missed anniversaries, like you name it, right? I've missed it. And it was all because I wasn't in control of what I did with my time, right? So what's beautiful about our system is that the automation that we're using kind of removes a huge part of that human element of running a business. So really my time is my own now, right? To do it as I please. And because our system really doesn't sleep, it doesn't take breaks. It doesn't catch COVID, I don't have to be there to monitor things 24/7. So I can really spend time doing things I want to do, take the kids to the park or to a hockey game or whatever, right? And don't get me wrong, there's plenty of work to be done here. But with the automation, we really kind of alleviate the pressure of doing everything and kind of focus on what's really important.
That's right. Now, it is what's really important now, because you probably start there thinking, oh, wow, this is amazing. And it is amazing. And it is an incredible opportunity. But I do just want to hit the brakes for just 1 second, because what we are talking to you about is starting a legitimate business. We are not promising to make you rich overnight. Okay, that is not what this is about. This is a legitimate business. This is a business that absolutely delivers results that are well above many, many, many other online opportunities that are out there. Okay, the only thing that's different, because we're going to plug you into our program and our system, the only thing that's really different is you. You are the only real variable.
And that's a really beautiful thing if you think about it, because now control is back in your hands, right? Let's talk about putting stability back in your life. And the beautiful part about this, I think, is really the simplicity that's built into our program. Let's start at ground zero here. This is the perfect place to begin, guys, right? Every solid business in the world has to have a solid foundation that it's built on. And basically every successful business is built on the same three core pillars. And all the time across the board, they look like this, right? Ultimately, you need to find a product that people want. You've got to figure out a way to tell them about it. And you've got to figure out who's going to want it or need it the most, right? And this is pretty obvious stuff, right? But how the heck do you make sure you're ticking off all the right boxes here and building these three pillars in the online business world, right? Well, I've got good news for you, because you don't have to do this on your own, right? We've got you covered. And Ivan and I are going to show you how we cover each and every one of these pillars in our program. And let's start off with number one right now.
Absolutely. So let's talk about finding a product that people want. And I think, as Garrett said earlier, thanks to the internet, you can literally buy anything you want at any time of the day or night. You know, you literally go tap, tap, tap on your phone, 24, 40 hours later, something lands on your doorstep. And that's how people are successful now, right? The companies that are successful have all got an online presence, and the most successful companies in the world are the online companies. But part of the reason why online companies are successful is because they use people like us to buy their products and send people to their websites. And you can see some of these programs on screen right now. So the companies like Apple's and Amazon's and TripAdvisor, they're successful because we send them the traffic, and we get paid a commission when we send customers to these companies' websites. But as well as these programs, there are also affiliate networks. Think of those like a big supermarket. You're going down with your trolley and you're cherry picking, deciding which networks you want to join. And these are a lot of the programs that online marketers start because you earn that commission. But the reality is, whilst they pay you a commission, they do not pay you anything like the type of money that you can earn when you work and you join and you start an online business. Not at all.
And this is really the key to everything, guys. You know, you've got these two access points to the online space so that you can actually sell something, right? Now, we should make sure we're really clear here on the difference between the affiliate program and the affiliate network before we move on. Okay, I mean, I think there's this myth in the online space that if you diversify and you sell a whole bunch of, you know, lotions and potions and gadgets and gizmos and all those little things, that you're going to eventually get rich. But probably the only thing that's going to happen is you're going to fill your garage full of useless inventory and pretty much end up right where you started or worse, right? And so I say avoid the affiliate networks, because not only are you going to end up spreading yourself way too thin, but you're also going to be working with the middleman, which means that for every single sale that your business makes, they're taking a cut in that commission. Now, here's a pretty easy question for you guys. Let's say you're a brand new business owner, right? Do you want to make the most commission you could possibly make? Well, of course you do. All right, that's a no-brainer. Well, you're only going to do that by establishing a relationship directly with a retailer. But here's where it gets tricky. You know, not all retailers are created equally, right? Another hard COVID lesson we learned was exactly this, right? Now, how many retailers disappeared forever? They just weren't ready for the world to go upside down, right? A lot. Okay, so if you're going to plug into a retailer with an affiliate program, you really want to make sure that you're plugging into one that can weather those uncertain times, right? One that can provide programs that are international, because as an online entrepreneur, you are by definition now an international business owner, right? But here's another thing we need to make sure that we're clear on before we move on here. You know, these affiliate programs that are offered by the retailers, well, they're not all created equally either, right? Some are extremely lucrative and others are just cheap and terrible. Okay. Now, and you know, it's important that not only are you plugging into a solid international stable retailer that you can count on, but also one that provides, you know, a generous compensation program, right? So that you can really maximize the amount of money you make. That's what this is all about, right? We're trying to make money here. And the good news is we've already gone out and done the homework, and we've found the programs that you want to plug into, right? So this saves you a ton of time and a lot of wasted effort, and ultimately avoids the whole issue of you having to, you know, fill your garage full of useless products that you will never, ever sell, right? You know, it's really important that you find the right program, and we will help you to do it. Okay, so that's pillar number one. Pillar number two is where we show you how to help close some sales.
So absolutely, yeah. So we've talked about finding a product that people want. Now let's talk about how we tell people about the product. And this is where the sales funnel comes in. And now, if you're like me, right, you probably think about selling one of two ways. One is probably gently persuading family and friends to buy something from you. or potentially going out door to door trying to sell something. And the reality is now in the modern world, neither of those approaches works anymore. So when you have a sales funnel, like what we provide you when you start this business, that basically converts your leads into buyers for you automatically, it becomes the most valuable tool in your business. There is absolutely no question about it.
I mean, I want you to think about this. I like to put a little visual here. Just, when you walk into a car dealership, you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? As soon as you're in there, there's salesmen on you all over the place. They hound you right away. That is a hard way to make sales. I got to tell you, that's how sales works in that environment though. But thanks to the internet, that's all changed. Right now, it's all up to you. It's up to the consumer. You can hop on your phone before you even get out of bed and you can make a major purchase because you can go on things like Google or Yahoo or, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, you name it, right? And you can find things that you want to buy or that you need to buy, right? And that's the beauty of online marketing, is that it puts you in control as the consumer, right? You're finding the stuff, you're finding the businesses, and it's really all about you and your schedule. Right. So when you happen across a business that you're going to actually make a purchase with, what happens? Well, that's when the sales funnel comes in. You see, guys, the sales funnel it's really just a fancy name for a system, an automated system, I guess I should say. Right. It's a system that engages you as a customer, provides you with all the information and all the resources you need to actually make an informed buying decision. So you decide if you're in the right place at the right time, right? If you like what you see, and if you're ultimately going to make a purchase that day, right? And that happens all automatically, right? Because the systems are always up and running, right? They're engaging your customers 24/7, completely consistently, right? So everybody's getting all the same level of service across the board. Now that right there, that is a powerful thing, because that means now as the business owner, your business can stay open 24/7, whether you're in front of your computer or whether you're asleep, right? Your customers are getting the same kind of interaction and service. And basically you wake up to cash in the bank, right? Because now you can close sales while you're actually asleep, right? And I'll tell you guys, when you start getting a system like this up and running, it's hard not to feel like you're printing your own money.
That is so true. And I put this slide in because I don't want to illustrate a point, because I've got a question for you. Would you trade £5 for £100? And I'm guessing every single person watching this webinar right now would say yes. Why wouldn't you? And that is exactly what a converting sales funnel can do for your business. The best analogy I've probably got here is, imagine if you bought a lottery scratch card, it cost you £5 to buy the card, but every week after you scratched off your numbers, it won you £100. How incredible would that be? And ultimately, when you run a business, right, making money is the most important thing. So having a sales funnel that basically converts every £5 into £100 for you becomes priceless. And that is what you get when you start this business.
Yeah, and there is not a single successful business in the online space that isn't using a sales funnel. Again, this is business 101, guys, right? But what I've learned over the years is that just as, the sales funnel is probably the most important part of a successful online business, it also seems to be the number one hurdle to the average person even cracking on into the online space, right? And if you think about it, it makes sense. If you're going to make something online, it's going to require some tech knowledge, right? And most people don't have that. But also, this is the 21st century, guys. You're going to have to make this look pretty nice, right? So you're going to need design experience. You're going to need to know how to market to get it out to the right people, right? And everything is so technical these days, it's hard to break in, right? Well, again, the average person doesn't have those skills, but that's okay, because we built this system, right? So that you can basically forget about this part entirely. You don't have to do this on your own. And honestly, we've taken this to a whole other level as well, because we even run and maintain the platform for you, right? So it's literally like having an entire tech department in your back pocket, right? We built the system and we run it for you, right? So you don't even have to give it a second thought. And just to amp it up one more level here, we provide hands down the best training in the online space. And that's something that every single online business owner needs in order to be successful, right? We want you to be successful. And if you want to be successful, you've got to have this training, guys. Again, data doesn't lie. The numbers here speak for themselves. And the beauty of this training is that it introduces you to the key concepts and kind of shows you how to leverage the existing systems that we already have, right? So that you can find the quality traffic and let the system kind of convert leads into paying customers. That's what it's all about, guys. And having this kind of win-win combination, it not only means you have a tech team in your back pocket, like I said, and international level training, but it's also going to save you a ton of money and could make you a ton as well, right? I tell you, probably I'd say 99% of the people who work with us do it because they don't have to worry about the system side of things, right? And what that really allows you to do as a business owner is focus on the fun parts of your business, the things that you're actually going to enjoy doing, right? Which is actually a perfect segue to pillar number 3. So Ivan, let's turn it back over to you for a bit here.
No problem. Thanks, Garrett. So we've talked about finding the products that people want, haven't we? And we've talked about how we tell people about the product. Now we get to the good stuff. This is about how we find the right people that want to buy the product. And this is all about traffic, but not just any kind of traffic. This is about high quality traffic. And because there's no point in sending customers who are not really interested in what you're offering into your sales funnel, because if you do, you're not going to get the sale, the desired outcome coming out the other end. So it kind of makes it pointless putting them in the funnel in the first place. So I'm the king of analogy. So here's another one. Imagine if you owned a Ferrari garage. All right. You opened up a Ferrari showroom and it's very busy. Lots and lots of people coming in to your showroom interested in the cars, but they actually weren't interested in Ferraris. They actually were only interested in buying a Toyota. So that's no good for you as the Ferrari showroom owner. You're not going to make any money because you're not going to sell any cars because you've got the wrong kind of people coming into your showroom. All right. And that's what it's like when you run an online business, okay? Because you want people coming into your showroom, you want people going to your website that are actually interested in what you're offering. And when you run a digital business, that quality traffic is absolutely critical because high quality traffic equals money equals revenue.
Exactly. And if you think of it this way, if you've got the right offer in place, which we do, and you've got the right system to introduce your offer, which we also do, and you plug in high quality traffic, that's literally all you need to generate revenue, right? And at the core of it all is this, the simple assumption in the business world is if you're going to be successful in business, you're really just helping people. I mean, if you need something and you find somebody who can actually provide that thing to you, you're going to be willing to pay them for it, right? That's how it works. I mean, think of why you're all here today even, right? There are hundreds of you watching us live right now. And if you think about this, guys, you're all here for the same reason, right? You're here because you want to create an income online, right? A stable income stream that you can do from anywhere, right? That's why you're all here. When you landed on one of our websites that was presenting you that opportunity, you took us up on it because that was a solution to your need. And I mean, in our case, it's a no-brainer because, this is a free webinar, right? How can you go wrong? But guys, we could just as easily have been trying to sell you something. I mean, maybe let's say your phone screen is cracked, right? And wouldn't you know it if an ad doesn't pop up on your Facebook page offering you an online purchase of a phone screen? Well, do you buy it? Yeah, you probably do because we've all had a cracked screen before and we all know how annoying it is, right? That's a problem. So we're going to fix it by buying that. Right, guys, it doesn't matter what industry you're in. It doesn't even matter if you're working online or offline, to be honest. All that really matters is that you're following this 3-step process that we've laid out here. And it's exactly the same process across the board, whether we're offering a free webinar, a $100 phone screen, or like a $2 million mansion, right? It's that 1, 2, 3 process that determines the success of a business.
It's true. It's true. So now you actually know the system for success, and to be clear, that's the same system that me and Garrett and everybody else that you're going to hear from tonight is using to generate 6 and 7 figures online. Now, you could do this on your own if you wanted to. You're more than welcome to go off and do it on your own. It's not impossible, but I'd have to be honest and say you'd be pretty silly if you did. And I say that for 2 reasons. So one is time, because it will take you countless hours to learn how, and more importantly, how to get it to work well. And the second reason is it's going to cost you some serious cash to get set up. And what you can see on screen now is just some of the basic setup costs. Now, there are lots of software systems out there to choose from, right? And you can see just the basic ones on screen right now. That is money that you would have to put out if you were doing this on your own. But thankfully, you don't, because you're not going to do this on your own, all right? Because we provide all of those systems and tools that you need as part of our automated system that you're going to plug into. So all those costs that I've just shown you on screen, throw them away. They don't exist, completely irrelevant to you, okay? Now it's about working smarter, not harder. What I often say here is, why would you want to reinvent the wheel when you don't need to? You want to keep it simple, right? And it's about leverage. If anything, people have learned over the past couple of years, A key word, the one word to take away from this is leverage. Make what you've got access to work for you. And now more than ever, it is the most important thing. What about you, Garrett? Do you agree?
Yeah, I mean, I think the real thing that's really exciting about this, the most exciting part, is it allows you to get down to business that much faster. You know, I mean, think about most businesses, they struggle the most when they're starting out because they have to build everything from scratch, right? Well, the beauty of this is that you don't have to build it all from scratch, right? Again, we built it, we manage it for you, but also the fact that we have this community of users makes it even more awesome, because now, you know, there's thousands and thousands of people all over the world using this thing with the experience and knowledge that you can tap into, right? Think of the size of this community, guys. It's been around for years now. And, you know, the reason I'm bringing this up is because, simply put, new people need help, right? And on the days that you have questions, you can ask them and get answers, right? On the days that you kind of have maybe some self-doubts and you're not sure which direction to go, we can kind of be your cheerleaders, right? On the days where you're not sure if you're where to even begin, right? That happens sometimes. You know, you can reach out to one of us and they can give you a hand, right? I'll tell you guys, it takes the pressure off and it makes the whole process a heck of a lot more fun, right? And don't forget, guys, you're starting out on a solid foundation, just like everyone else before you, right? We've already done the product research. We've already built the system. We manage it for you, right? But on top of all that, we've got this awesome online training that gets updated daily, so that now, even if you're not a tech person, you can harness this automation. I'll tell you guys, when you can close the lid on your laptop and take the kids to the park, you know, and know that your business isn't suddenly just stopping, that's everything, right? Because again, as I said earlier, it doesn't matter how rich you ever get in this world, you'll never be able to buy back your time. And so, I mean, sure, it's important to focus on making yourself wealthy. That's a part of life, but it's even more important to be able to kind of spend time doing the things you want to do. And that there is how we help people the most. Guys, you know, at this point, you have enough information to be dangerous, honestly. And I think we should probably turn it back over to you. And it's really important that you ask this one important question.
It is. And it's just 3 words. Are you ready? You know, are you ready to plug into it? So we've talked to you now about the proven system that's working for people all over the world, generating 5-6 figures a month. Are you ready to spend more time with your family or travel the world or whatever it is that you want to do? If you are, then amazing, fantastic. Because like I said, right at the very start, you're in exactly the right place and we want to work with you. So tell you what, Garrett, let's just break this down for them one more time.
All right. So guys, you know, when you join your team, you're getting access to personal mentoring, and you've really plugged into a whole community that's built on that. Okay. Really, you know, you're seeing this firsthand right away too, because on a weekly basis, we hold these live masterminds that everybody's welcome to attend. Right. And this, along with the coaching pods and all the support channels that we provided, you know, and really the beauty of all of this is that now you can learn from the experience and knowledge of the people that are already running this business. You know, the weekly masterminds are always such a blast because they're hosted by people that are actually seeing results already, right? And these are people that are making 6 and 7 figures in the online space already. Like, they're really successful users that you can listen to and learn from, right? And all the training that I mentioned, it's always being updated as well, right? Daily updates. Okay. It's literally been broken down into step-by-step video modules. So, you know, it makes it that much easier for people, right? You can go at your own pace. You can watch the video 100 times if you want, if you're not getting it, right? Reach out to someone if you need help. And you know, all of this would be great on its own, but it's even better because our program is truly fully comprehensive, right? The fact that it includes the products, the right affiliate programs, that means that now you're not going to spin your wheels buying a whole bunch of gadgets and gizmos and trinkets and trash, right? You're not going to waste your time and energy really filling your garage full of useless garbage that you will never, ever sell, right? You're never going to have to worry about trying to ship this stuff all over the world or worry about poor margins and bad quality products, right? You know, there are so many terrible programs out there that people are always trying to rope each other into, especially these days, right? And these programs they're selling like toothpaste and supplements and vitamins and candles and body wraps and I don't know, you name it, right? You've probably seen it, right? But consider this, guys. I always like to kind of bring it around to this. How many tubes of toothpaste do you need to sell before you can actually pay off your mortgage, right? Or support yourself living, right? And a good way to frame this in your mind is because, you know, if it's a lot, it's probably not a great system. Right? It's probably not a great program to use. And with things like toothpaste and body wraps, guys, it's going to be a lot because think about it. It's toothpaste, right? You're making a few cents on every tube. That's not going to work really well. So you need a program where you have, a supplier that doesn't require you to buy mounds and mounds of products and try to sell it later. Right. And this is the number one way I see people kind of go upside in the online business world, is they sink all their savings into overhead. And then suddenly they realize they've got a garage full of products that they will never in one lifetime be able to sell. So if you can avoid that, which you can, you really should. Right. And if we can help you do that. Now, guys, I want you to know how seriously we take this too. For each and every one of you that joins this program, we get on the phone with you and we have the same introductory phone call that we have with all of our people. And this is where we kind of sit down with you, get to know you, get to see who you are, find out what's going on in your life and what your goals are, right? We make sure that you're on a clear path to where you want to get. We want you to know how the program works, and we want to get you to where you want to go with it. And we do that by having this actual call with you. And once you're in, you also realize pretty quickly that you're an entrepreneur now, right? You are the business owner. This is your baby, but you're surrounded by thousands of other entrepreneurs who are doing the same thing. We're all doing the same thing here, guys. And the beauty of that is that we can mastermind and we can strategize and we can share information and share successes and failures and, really just help each other out, right? That's a beautiful thing. But an amazing part about what we've got here is our membership training side. I've said it 5 times now, but it's true. Okay. It has the combined knowledge of all of our, right? This is literally the culmination of millions of dollars worth of marketing experience in the online space. Okay. So now you're not out there trying to figure it out on your own, right? Now you're learning what's worked for people so that you can actually apply it to your own business, right? And those masterminds that I mentioned that we do live every week, we store all those recordings in this same member website, right? In the same training website so that you can access everything whenever you need to. And we have literally years worth of masterminds now that you can review, right? Hours and hours and days upon days of really good, valuable, useful information at your fingertips. Okay. Now, one thing that you're going to be learning is how to harness social media marketing. Now, some of you who are here today might actually believe that Facebook is just there so you can, watch funny videos and keep in touch with friends and families. And yes, that is part of Facebook and that's part of social media, but that's not it, right? The reason that Mark Zuckerberg has $130 billion right now is 100% because so many people advertise on his platform. And why do they do that? Well, it's the same reason they're using YouTube, Google, Pinterest, Instagram, LinkedIn, all these other social media platforms. It's because they work. Guys, it's the 21st century. If you want to be successful, you need to know how this works, and we will teach you. And keep in mind, it might sound like a lot to you right now. I get it, but you're not doing this on your own, right? Ivan came into this the same way I did. No online experience, and he's absolutely killing it now in the online space. Right? And helping others do the same thing. That's really a reflection of the size of our community and the quality of the training that's available. And I know, Ivan, I'm going to pull you on back here for a second here and just kind of talk about your experience with the mentorship and everything there.
Absolutely. No, thanks, Garrett. So I'll tell you, I have business partners literally all over the world, And, that's the amazing thing about working online is, irrespective of time zones, the internet brings us together as a team. And I love that. And I know for a fact that for people that are being mentored and supported, what that gives them is such a reassurance, such a comfort blanket that they're being guided by someone that knows what they're talking about, knows the stuff, has their back. And that's the thing with this business, because every single person involved in the business has each other's back. And there are thousands of us literally all over the world. Now, so let me bring it back to what you're going to get, because you are going to get the exact system, right, that me and every single person in this business is using. So we provide you with all the systems, all the tools, so you do not need to go out and buy them yourself. Don't get me wrong, you can if you want to, but why would you? Right? Now, you see on the slide now just a reminder of all the systems that you'd need. And again, like I said earlier, this is not an exhaustive list. All right, it's going to cost you over 21,000, and that's not everything. Now, I'll tell you a little secret. Before I joined this business, I did join kind of an online mentoring program, and but I had to do everything myself. I had to, figure out what I wanted to sell, the product. I had to sort my website. I had to do everything, and it grew arms and legs. And quite frankly, I just lost the will to live with it because I did not have the time to put in, right? And that's the amazing thing about this opportunity, because it took care of all of that for me. Now, all the way through this presentation, we've been saying we are going to save you money. And we are, right? Because you can join our proven system now for a one-time fee of $149. So I'll say that again, that's a one-time fee. It's not monthly. It's not monthly. It's what it is a no-brainer. Garrett, what about you? Do you agree?
Yeah, Ivan, I want to talk about, the couple slides back. I always kind of laugh when you throw that slide up there because, we both know that those numbers are nothing. They don't even scratch the surface, right? $22,000. I mean, guys, between the tech support and the systems and the price of everything going up and up and up, guys, that's just the beginning, right? I want to really clearly explain here why we can offer this so cheaply though. $149, that's not much, right? We can do that because quite simply, we're the biggest game in town. Right? We have so many people joining us on a daily basis. We don't have to gouge everybody, right? And this is not a monthly charge like Ivan was saying, right? We're not looking to sign you up to some cheesy subscription program, like everybody else, right? This is a one-time only membership fee. Okay, so here's what happens next. For those of you that are ready to, pull the trigger and get started, all you have to do is click on the button that says join our success team. Okay, you pay your $149 and check your email. That's it. Okay, we're going to send you an email because really we don't want you to rush into anything. We don't want you to feel pressured at all, right? We want you to take your time, make a wise decision here. So that email we're sending you is going to have 3 links in it. The first one is going to take you to a series of videos that we've made that will basically, walk you through everything that Ivan and I have been talking about tonight, but in a lot more detail. Right? I know we've moved fast, guys. We have to do this quickly so we don't waste everyone's time. But for the people who are interested in the content, what you're going to be learning about is how the system works, how it helps people, right? You're going to learn about the products, how they work. You're going to learn about the compensation programs and how they work, right? You're even going to learn strategies that people in our community have used over the years to really get the biggest results in their business, right? But while you're doing all that, we're also going to plug you into our online community. And that's a very important step here because we want you to see that these are real people. Right? They're running real businesses. They're getting real results, but you have to see it for yourself. So we plug you into our Facebook group and let you look at that yourself. Now, after this, the third link is more important than every other one. I think it's because you're getting your coaching call. Okay. That's the link to book your call with your coach. And remember I said, we do this with every single person. Well, now we want to do it with you, right? So we can get on the phone and we can actually figure things out and see how to get you to where you want to go, how we can get this thing up and running and how we can get you there the fastest way possible. Okay, now something to keep in mind here, guys, is our system is truly built on transparency, right? We bend over backwards to make sure that all the people have all the tools they need and really have all the information they need as well, right? Everyone needs to learn in a safe space, right? We all need to know that it's okay to ask questions. And here's a community where it doesn't matter how old you are or how young you are or what you do for work or where you live or what gender you are or what faith you are. I mean, anything really, right? The only thing that matters is that if you have a question, you're going to ask it, right? You're going to wake up every morning and be excited about your business. Those are the things that matter, right? You've got to push yourself out of bed and hold yourself accountable because if you don't do it, nobody else will. Guys, not everybody is an entrepreneur, right? That's why there are business owners and there are employees, right? Employees get to sleep in. They get to work late and sure, they'll get reprimanded, but they're still going to get paid, right? But they're getting paid by the business owner and that business owner is making a lot more than them. Right? Business owners, we have to hold ourselves accountable. It's really the price you pay to make the big bucks. Okay. It's your own fuel that's going to drive your business. It's your passion, your drive, your excitement, right? And that's something we can't provide you. But I tell you, if you have the kind of drive, the passion, the excitement, well, guys, we've got the system. Okay. So this is it. This is your chance of a lifetime. It's literally the thing that has changed everything for my family and me. And it's changed everything for countless others. Here's the deal, guys. If you want to be successful in life, you surround yourself with people who are more successful than you, right? Surround yourself with people who have more experience and more knowledge than you do, right? Everyone knows this. How else are you going to learn, right? How else are you going to just kind of see what's really even possible? And that's why we've combined the system and the community together, right? It's all possible, guys, but you have to click on that button first. And, I think everyone can agree that $149, if it can change your life and change everything for the better, it's absolutely worth every penny. It's really a no-brainer, guys. So Ivan, I'm going to pull you back on here one more time here. Let's kind of walk them through what exactly they're getting for their 149. And just so we're crystal clear, I want you to really point out why this is a totally secure transaction.
Sure, no problem. So exactly that. So as Garrett just said, all the information, all the payment information that you send to us is fully encrypted and secure. So let me tell you what you get for your 149, right? You get access to the products that pay the huge commissions that we have talked about tonight, and all that incredible training, that world-class training that is constantly being updated. But you also get a personal coach and a mentor.
And also a community of entrepreneurs. So after these 3 years, me and my husband, we decided to retire ourselves from our amazing jobs that we had here. And it was a hard decision because we put ourselves, our full energy into this business. And we give ourselves 1 year to see if we can have the same lifestyle or a better lifestyle. And guys, it's been 3 years now and we've never looked back. So we focused only on our business and we had the most amazing 3 years of our life. It's not just that we are home every single day together. We see our girls growing. We eat together in the morning. We pick them up from school. We drop them off at school, but we also travel a lot. And we travel all over the place with incredible people from also our community, business owners that are here in our community, entrepreneurs like ourselves. And we exchange ideas, we do strategies together. And if you want me to talk about results in this business are not just financially. Financially are amazing. I was able to have my biggest month, little over $30,000. And if you think about $30,000, you are like, oh my God, that's impossible. That was my feeling too when I started, because that was my yearly salary when I came in Canada in 2011. So for me to make that amount of money in 1 month was out of this world. But with this system, it's possible. You can definitely have exactly the results that you desire. And travel with my family, having so many amazing entrepreneurs around me helped me to become the person that I am today. So if you are looking to change your life for the better, you are definitely in the right place. That $149 will change your life for the better. And I want you to say hello when you come inside of our community, because I always love to see people taking action for themselves and for their families. Something that I've learned from this business is to have patience with myself. And yes, I know I go over the time that I was able to talk, but the excitement that I have for this business is really out of this world. So just pay the $149, learn if this business is something that you want to have in your life, and see you inside. Thank you, Margarita.
Thank you so much, Ioana, for this amazing presentation. You made me rethink about my decision when I joined this business, because I also had a skeptical husband who didn't believe in the power of the online space. But with the amazing tools and system that we are provided, it's impossible not to get results. And as Ivan and Garrett mentioned in the presentation, the only variable is you. So thank you again, Ioana. I will get to the next presenter.
Hello, hello, Mengla, Ryan,
Jamana Mayara Stacy Wima, Jamaru Mitazua Solution, California Pine, United States, Tali Tonyan and Tiny Rapipare, Tilonga or Robono, Picker and Nijoa, Shapidu Shike Rapide, Yenoa Solution, Jamara, Futai Low Sheet Bono, Tilo Futai Low Sheet, so we mele, Kobo Duta Puto Bono, Queen Lanio, Mian Shapu needed Pipare, Akuchi needed Meswele, Kobo Duta Po, Shapu needed Solution, Tinia, Meswelu, the Gelma, Semana Yuchem Pietesura Leule, Piopia Gemare.
ဟုတ်ပါတယ်ခင်ဗျာဒါဒီစီးပွားရေးရတဲ့ကမိသားစုအတွက်အရောင်းကောင်းတဲ့စီးပွားရေးတော့ကျွန်တော်ပြောပြချင်ပါတယ်
ဟုတ်ပါတယ်ဘာဖြစ်လို့ပေါ့နော်ဒီလိုမျိုးကောင်းမွန်တယ်လို့ပြောလဲဆိုလို့ရှိရင်တော့ကျမတို့မှာ training site တွေရှိတယ်တကယ်ဟိုမှာကောင်းမွန်တဲ့ system တွေရှိတယ်ပေါ့နော်ဒီလိုမျိုးကိုကစီးပွားရေးတစ်ခုလုပ်ချင်တယ်ဆိုပေမဲ့ကို့မှာဒီလိုမျိုးကောင်းမွန်တဲ့ system တွေကောင်းမွန်တဲ့ training site တွေမရှိဘူးဆိုလို့ရှိရင်တော့အောင်မြင်ဖို့ကမမြန်ဆန်အောင်ပေါ့နော်ဒီလုပ်ငန်းမှာကြတော့အခုပြောတဲ့အောင်မြင်ဖို့မြန်ဆန်တယ်ဆိုတာကဒီအချက်အလက်တွေရှိလို့ဖြစ်တယ်ဆိုတာလေးကိုလည်းပြောပြချင်တယ်ပေါ့နော်ဆိုတော့ကိုတွေဆိုလို့ရှိရင်လည်းကလေးလေး၃ယောက်ကိုအချိန်ပေးချင်တယ်အပြင်မှာအလုပ်လုပ်တော့ဆိုလို့ရှိရင်တော့ကိုယ့်ရဲ့ income ပေါ့နော် limit income ဖြစ်တယ်ပေါ့နော်ဒီစီးပွားရေးမှာကြတော့ unlimited income ရတာဖြစ်တယ်ကိုယ့်ရဲ့ဝင်ငွေက1000သိန်းမကတကယ်ဟိုမှာဖန်တီးနိုင်တဲ့စီးပွားရေးဖြစ်တယ်ဆိုတာလည်းပြောပြချင်ပါတယ်ဘာကြောင့်လဲဆိုတော့ဒီမှာကကြတော့ကိုယ့်ရဲ့ကိုယ်ပိုင်စီးပွားရေးဆိုပြီးမဲ့ပေါ့နော်သူတို့ကနေပြီးတော့မှ unlimited income ကိုတကယ်ရနိုင်အောင်သူတို့ကဒီ proving system နေနဲ့ပေါ့နော်တကယ်လောက်ထားတာဖြစ်တယ်တကယ်ဟိုမှာစမ်းသပ်ပြီးသားဖြစ်တဲ့အတွက်ကြောင့်အခုကြည်နေတဲ့မိတ်ဆွေတို့အနေနဲ့လည်းကိုယ့်ရဲ့အောင်မြင်မှုကိုစတင်ခြင်းနဲ့ဆိုလို့ရှိရင်တော့ next step ဖြစ်တဲ့$149ပေးသွင်းပြီးတော့မှလုပ်ငန်းအကြောင်းကိုအသေးစိတ်ဝင်ရောက်လေ့လာဖို့ဖိတ်ခေါ်ခြင်းပါတယ်အဲ့ဒီကြရင်လည်းမစိုးရိမ်ပါနဲ့ပေါ့နော်ရက်30အတွင်းမှာကိုယ့်အတွက်မဟုတ်ဘူးဆိုလို့ရှိရင် fully refund ပြန်ထုတ်လို့ရပါတယ်ပေါ့နော်ဒါကြောင့်မို့ကိုယ့်ရဲ့ကိုအတွက်အခွင့်အလမ်းကောင်းတစ်ခုတကယ်လိုချင်နေဆိုလို့ရှိရင်တော့ဒီ$149ပေးသွင်းတဲ့အဆင့်လေးကိုတွားကြည့်ပါလို့ပြောပြခြင်းနဲ့Stacyလို့ရှိရင်လည်းဒီလိုမျိုးပဲပေါ့နော်တေးလေးကိုပေးပြီးတော့မှစတင်လေ့လာတယ်လေ့လာမှာအချိန်မှာကိုအတွက်အခွင့်အလမ်းကောင်းတကယ်တွေးတဲ့အကြောင်းမို့စတင်ရတာဖြစ်တယ်ပေါ့နော်အခုဆိုလို့ရှိရင်လည်းကိုယ့်ရဲ့အိမ်မက်ဖြစ်တယ်ပေါ့နော်ကလေးတွေနဲ့ပေါ့နော်နိုင်ငံတွေအများကြီးကိုပတ်ချင်တယ်ပေါ့နော်ဆိုတာဒါကဒီပြီးခဲ့တဲ့လမှာပဲပေါ့နော်ကိုရီပေါ့နော်နိုင်ငံ6နိုင်ငံကိုပတ်နိုင်ခဲ့တာဖြစ်တယ်ပေါ့နော်ဆိုတော့ကိုရိုင်းရဲ့အနေနဲ့ရောဒီလုပ်ငန်းကနေဘာလို့အကျိုးကျေးဇူးတွေရတယ်ဆိုတာ
ဒီလုပ်ငန်းမှာအကျိုးကျေးဇူးရတယ်ဆိုတော့ကျွန်တော်အဲ့ဒီကျွန်တော်စိတ်ချင်တဲ့ဒီ Tesla ဘောင်းတဲ့ဝိုင်းနောက်ကိုဝင်နိုင်ခဲ့ပါတယ်ပြီးအိမ်ဘိုးလေးရောလည်းဒေါ်လာ300ချီပြီးတွင်းနိုင်ခဲ့ပါတယ်ဆိုတော့အဲ့အများကြီးပြောရရင်တော့အကျိုးကျေးဇူးတွေအများကြီးပါပဲကျွန်တော်ပြောပါဆိုတော့ဒီစီးပွားရေးရဲ့တကယ်လောက်တကယ်ကောင်းမွန်တဲ့အကျိုးအမြတ်ရရှိတဲ့စီးပွားရေးဖြစ်တဲ့အတွက်အဲ့ဒီကိုပြောပြချင်ပါတယ်
ဟုတ်ပါတယ်အခုကြည်နေတဲ့မိတ်ဆွေတွေအနေနဲ့ပေါ့နော်ဒီလိုကောင်းမွန်တဲ့အခွင့်အလမ်းတွေကိုတွေ့ဖို့ဆိုလို့ရှိရင်တော့ next step ကိုဝင်ရောက်ပြီးတော့မှလေ့လာပါအထဲမှာပြန်တွေးကြမယ်အားလုံးဘဘ